It's a pretty nice wagon. Huh. Sweet. What's up, guys? It's Drifts and Lifts here. Alright, so today's video is it's gonna be a little short one. No driving or anything like that. I'm just gonna let you guys kind of know what's going on, what's to come for the channel, what to expect, those kind of things. So a lot of you guys that watch the channel frequently have probably noticed that I took all the drifting videos from Puerto Rico and Mexico down. So as you guys could probably guess, got a little bit of bad attention from some people. So we took all those down to be safe. We're still going to be filming and stuff like that, so don't worry. But we figured it would be better if those were off of the channel for now. That's all I really got to say about that. So yeah, let's go over to my new shirt. This thing just arrived in the mail. Man, that is like the coolest shirt I own, for sure, without a doubt. So, a lot of you guys have also got your shirts. Thank you so much for, supporting me. And if you haven't bought one already and you haven't even seen them, check out the link in the description of this video. And it leads to my Drifts and Lifts Teespring store. So you can buy, shirts and hoodies, all that stuff. So we have the Volvo Drift Ale merchandise. We also have Volvo Drift Lager right here with the gold car on it. And then we also, you guys may have been waiting for this, but finally we're gonna put this into play. Me and Davis are gonna make a Volvo Drift dark ale, or like an IPA beer, or a stout maybe. We're gonna make a shirt with the wagon on it. So they're all like the same template, but this one has the A tractor, the lager has Goldie on it, and the stout beer is gonna be with Gordon, the wagon. So I'm pretty stoked about that. That's going to be a pretty cool design. I'm definitely going to have to cop one of those. So as we're looking at the wagon here, you'll notice that it's got pea shoots on the back. So actually I went out and I did a bit of a trade with my buddy Arsh. Arsh has a turbo manual 90 wagon. It's a silver one. Pretty cool little car. He got it for pretty cheap. And he's planning on drifting it at the Agassiz event actually. Just a little insider. So be prepared to expect him there. So Arsh, he needed a bunch of wheels and tires for the drift event because, it's good to come to the event with wheels and tires already mounted, ready to go, so you can just slap them on, bolt them up, and away you go. So I gave him 6 of my Volvo Drift Spare rims and tires. In return, he gave me his set of hub-centric spacers. So if you look right here, those are 2 of them. These ones are only 15 millimeter, but the rears, they're actually 25 millimeter. So you'll notice that even though I'm running pea shoots in the back, they're not sunken in so far like they normally are. So that's kind of cool. I kind of wanted to get these spacers because they are hub centric. So usually I run these kind of spacers, the non-hub centric ones. As you can see, there's no little ring right here like these ones have. So I have good luck with the non-hub centric. It's not a huge problem. If you guys are thinking of running them, go right ahead. The only thing I found is that sometimes when you run them in the rear, because they're not hub centric and they're just centered with the lugs, it's not going to be perfect every time. So I find that you get kind of like a wheel hop depending on what tire you're running. If you're running grippy tires, this happens a lot worse. But it's almost like the little bit of play that's in the tire because of the hub-centric spacer eventually makes it bounce up and down. And with the Volvo solid axle, it ends up getting this really rapid like wheel hopping sensation, and it does not feel good. It feels like your axle is gonna like fall out of your car or some shit. So I'm hoping with these with these spacers that I can still run pea shoots. They won't look so sunken in, and I won't get the wheel hop issue because they're hub-centric. So yeah, that's a little update. If you guys also notice, I installed the Recaro seat in the wagon. So definitely a good seat. This seat, if you're wondering, is from a Mitsubishi Evolution 4. So Lancer. They always came with cool Recaro seats in them, but I really like the Evo 4 ones because they had like a red plaid in the middle. I think it was the only Evo seat that came like that. So it's kind of a cool, I think I'm gonna go with like a bit of a black and red color combo for the wagon. Recaro seat, I'll probably do like the valve cover, a red of some sort, and kind of, little trim pieces. Anyways, so yeah, what's to come for the channel? All right, so we got to take it easy on the Puerto Rico, Mexico drifting and that kind of thing. We're getting into a little bit of bad attention, let's say. So, you know, even though all the spots that we go to, guys, in Puerto Rico and Mexico, they're safe. They're not putting anybody in harm's way. That's the thing. You know, I would never go drift upon the street in mid-traffic, anything like that. That's just insane. It gives us drifters a bad name. The spots that we do choose, if you have been watching my channel for a long time, they're always safe and there's no cars around there. You know, maybe one car every so often, but the thing about those spots is we can see if cars are coming from miles away. So we're never putting anybody in harm's way, but you know, it's still not technically legal, I guess you could say. So we're going to be drifting only on the track for a little while until we can find a spot, maybe in like some farmer's field or something cool like that, where everything's all good and you're not going to get into trouble. So I'm really stoked because there's an Agassiz drift event, our local circle track. So we're going to be going that August 13th here. I thought it was the 12th. It's actually the 13th. So I signed up, and Scott also signed up. So I'm super fired up because this is going to be Turbo Scott's first track event. And if you notice, in the other videos, I've noticed that he has a fuel cutting problem, or we thought it was a fuel cut at least. And his car would basically, as he's drifting, it would all of a sudden like lose its power. It wasn't like a hard fuel cut, like, you know, like an overboost fuel cut, but it was losing like all of its power in the top end. Like, you know, it wouldn't accelerate anymore. So I was kind of looking under his engine bay, feeling around, and I noticed the turbo inlet hose. So that would be this one right here. The turbo inlet was really, really soft. The rubber was just like super squishy. And I was like, oh dude, like maybe that's your problem. Maybe the turbo inlet hose is being sucked shut when you're going under boost because there's a lot of vacuum from there, right? So that turned out to actually be the problem. I had another one sitting in the garage here, so he threw that in. And Scott was super fired up because he's been having this problem for a long time. He's been trying to like drift through it, and it's just cutting all his power. So, you know, it was pretty hard to control the car with that happening. So we fixed that. Oh yeah, buddy. Yeah. Fuck yeah. And Scott is super stoked. Now he can drift to full potential. So we figured to celebrate, Scott signed up for the Agassiz event. So I'm signed up. Not sure if I'm going to take Gordon or the A-Tractor. If my buddy can trailer the A-Tractor, I think I'm going to take that to the Agassiz event. The A-Tractor has a really short gear ratio. Or sorry, it has a long gear ratio, is what I meant to say. Because the NA... So the non-turbo manual transmission model 740s came with a really long gear ratio. And the thing about that circle track is usually it's either too long for second gear or it's a bit too short for third gear. So if your second gear is nice and long, it's right on the money. And if you have a short third gear like the wagon does with its really short gear ratio, this will be pretty good too. Or if you just have enough power that those things don't even matter. But yeah, I'm thinking that the A-Tractor is going to be a lot of fun at Agassiz, so I'm hoping to take that if I can get a trailer. If not, I'll probably just take old Gordon here and, you know, christen it on its first drift event. So that's what you guys can expect in the near future for drifting stuff. Yeah, the channel is going to be going like it always is. I'm planning on doing a video on how we mod the knuckles in our cars, so you guys can see kind of how we do it and potentially do it yourself if you have a good welder. So yeah, that's kind of about it, guys. Wagon shirts, drift events. Oh, and the Matsuri up in Penticton, BC. We're all going to that. Scott's going to join that as well. Trying to convince Cole, but he doesn't like track drifting. He just only street drifts because he doesn't like paying the money for a track. I don't know. It's at this point, I figure it's a lot, you know, it's a lot better idea just to drift on the track. The streets, even if you have a good spot, it's not a good idea. So yeah, we're gonna go up to the Matsuri. That's September 2nd and 3rd, and yeah, Scott's gonna come. I'm gonna come in either Goldie or the A-Tractor. Most likely the A-Tractor, unless I can't get a trailer up there. And we got Jake. He's gonna come in his wagon. My buddy Cody Ross, amazing driver and a really talented guy. he actually got a automatic turbo sedan going, so he modded the knuckles and welded the diff and stuff. So he's going to be bringing that. For once in Canadian drifting history, I think Volvos are going to outnumber the S chassis. Just maybe, which is really uncommon. Usually you'd only see that in Sweden or Norway. Props to you guys, Volvo for life. Yeah. So, yeah, I guess that's it. Sorry, getting a little bit off track here. So I think that's going to be the end of the video, guys. Stay tuned. There's going to be a lot more cool videos coming. I haven't left you guys. I apologize for the time I had to take off and deal with some stuff, but it's going to be all good. So yeah, that's it. Make sure you check out the Drifts and Lifts store. Link in the description of this video. I guess that's it, guys. Like and subscribe for overcooked Volvos. Peace out.